What I love about Dubai is that today especially, when you say we are a Dubai company and you say we are in Dubai, it basically covers 80% of your marketing. Everyone wants to get a piece of it. Everyone wants to come here, whether for leisure, for business.
When you come to Dubai, you feel accepted more than anywhere else. That's for sure. Most millionaires and billionaires don't dress the way that we think they dress.
No one knows that they are billionaires because Dubai is filled with different billionaires
And millionaires.
I've realized that people would always need an assistant. People would always need someone on the other line to ask for things, how to do that and this. And I started a private concierge company. You are going to be punched. There will be people who doesn't believe in what you do. So you need really have patience and believe in yourself.
What's the best piece of personal advice that you've ever received from someone? All right, we're here with a special podcast right here and a special guest. And of course, I always say when I start, I let the guest himself introduce. So it's a pleasure to have you here.
It is my pleasure to be here. My name is Timur Kudratov, and I'm an entrepreneur here in Dubai. Came from Uzbekistan back in 2004, and since then I've been developing different ventures. And today I'm a co-founder and managing partner at Enlightened investment holding company, and that's what I do today. And living in Dubai and enjoying the opportunities.
Why would you choose Dubai out of every place it could have been?
Well, for me, Dubai was that dream I had in Uzbekistan, because when I firstly learned about Dubai and how it'd been developing, I wanted to come over here, and there was an opportunity to arrive. So when I landed, I came to work for a company. And when I landed, somehow I had the feeling that here I'm going to have my business. I didn't even know the word business because I come from a family where my father is an electrician, my mom is the telephone operator. Great people gave me to me and my brother gave a lot, everything they could. And somehow I wanted to do business. And what I love about Dubai is that today especially, when you say we are a Dubai company and you say we are in Dubai, it basically covers 80% of your marketing. You don't have to explain where is it, what is it.
Why is that?
I think that, I believe that the leadership, His Highness, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, have developed Dubai to be an international hub. Everyone wants to get a piece of it. Everyone wants to come here, whether for leisure, for business. Plus, it collects a multinational crowd of different people, business people, entrepreneurs, people who work for companies. And that prestige being here, that's what drives the marketing, the name itself. Emirates, Dubai. And sometimes when you speak with someone whoever before, like back in 2006-07, when you say, oh yeah, I live in Dubai, and they say, really, Dubai, which city? And you say, Dubai. It's like, no, Dubai, is it in Sharjah? Is it in Abu Dhabi? It's like Dubai, it represent Emirates, right?
A lot of people get confused between having Dubai as a city or a country.
Yes.
They think that Dubai is a country.
True.
But in fact, it's United Arab
Yeah.
Emirates.
Yeah.
So when you go outside to the world and you say, I am from the UAE, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Where is that?
Yeah.
But when you say, I am from Dubai,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you mean that with the tallest building, with the Atlantis, the Royale, and all the luxurious things that you see.
Everywhere people would say, that catchy phrase, Habibi come to Dubai. Now it became...
Now it's became very trending, quote.
Yeah.
Habibi, come to Dubai.
Yeah.
And it's too busy right now. Everyone's coming to Dubai.
Very busy.
So tell us a little bit more about your business. So what did you actually start here in Dubai?
Yeah. So while working for the company, great company, Jumeirah Hospitality, Jumeirah Group, which has different hotels, restaurants, I started at Emirates House Hotel, still my favorite place. Moved along the company to Al Qasa Hotel. But when I came, I was working for Wild Wadi Water Park. I was a lifeguard, good swimmer, but I found out later that we would onboard different levels of swimmers to be lifeguards, because there are kids positions, so you don't have to know how to swim, but you know how to do CPR and stuff. But anyway, so back in 2006, I started a concierge service company because of my experience with the hotel. I worked as a concierge at the desk. I realized that people would always need an assistant. People would always need someone on the other line to ask for things, how to do that and this. And I started a private concierge company because I believe that officially I can charge for my time. If in the hotel, you would only rely on tips. And if it comes, it comes. You know, sometimes you can spend the whole afternoon planning a honeymoon for a couple. And at the end, they say thank you, which is also appreciated. Sometimes people don't say thank you even, but I realized that this is something I want to do as a business. I want to charge people for my time. So I started with concierge service company, which grew into different ventures, because what I believe especially in Dubai, if there is a great service, so you develop relationship, you build bridges, then people open up. And people would come and say, you know what, I like what you do, but, you know, I have this business and I want to relocate, I want to move my family. So as of today, it grew to an investment holding company where we use concierge and other entities to generate leads, but mostly we would look at the founders and business owners. So if we like the business, if it filtered into 6 main divisions we operate, then we would invest with services, expertise, and funds to come on board to that business, help them grow. So our main focus is the growth capital. So we want to grow the business, find the exit strategy, and develop it.
So interestingly enough, your business started first with helping people.
Yes.
You know, in terms of whatever task or service that they needed, in terms of lifestyle. But then you went into helping businesses as a whole and scaling them up.
Yeah, because I believe that, so while developing those lifestyle, because when people say work, lifestyle, balance, you know, I believe that maybe it's a great rule for yourself. When you come home, you switch off mobile and you spend time with the family. Being an entrepreneur, I understand that it's difficult. So your lifestyle purely depends on your business. So you can't have a quality lifestyle without a quality business. So you would always have this, that you bring stuff from home to your work, you bring stuff from work home, and you always have it. So
that's an issue I face.
Yeah,
honestly.
you see, we can read books, we can talk about different ways of doing it, but if it is connected. So by having an entrepreneur with his lifestyle, his family, you eventually talk about his business, and then you find what is that you do which can help him. There are services being created while conversations, you know. And I would say when the person shares something like, yeah, I just sent the family away and I'm here alone and, you know, like I'm watching a football match and stuff like that. And I say, look, we have rent a friend service. It's like, what is that? I was like, yeah, look, we are in Dubai. It's male to male, female to female. But you can rent a person who would come to you. It's the way you're marketing. Because
so wait, can you actually do this in Dubai?
Yes, of course.
I can rent a friend.
You can rent a friend. You can go to watch football match. You can come to chess tournament. We do chess events. You can, I don't know, do shopping if it's female. We had husbands renting a friend, one of our girls, to go shopping with his wife. He doesn't want shopping assistant who would advise what to wear, but someone to walk with her to the shopping, because he's like, look, we are here for a conference. I don't have time and I want my wife don't feel alone. So can you arrange someone? So it does.
How frequent is such service?
Well, I would put it this way. So when the season starts, when everyone's here in Dubai, and we would have 3 to 4 requests per month.
When is that season? When you say
yeah, so that's a tricky question, because people believe that business stops when summer starts here because it's too hot, and I think it's changed long time back. I think 5-6 years back, summer is no longer a period when it's quiet, because everyone think, oh, I'll go to Dubai because it's summer, so rates are cheaper in the hotel, it's quieter. No way. So it's actually when you arrive back in September, if you're still following that tradition that you leave Dubai for summer, when you come back in September, you're too late. All the events are set, all the venues are occupied, everyone. And now look at us. We still getting traffic, and September just started. But I would say traditionally this would be like from September all the way to April, May, even June nowadays, and then it goes on. Because also we follow Ramadan and traditions.
So during that season,
Yeah.
how frequent are those services?
I would put it this way. So 3 to 4 times a month. It's not something like really on demanded, but this can be turned into a long-lasting relationship, right? So the client would arrive for a month. He would request for the same person to be with them. It would turn into a dedicated lifestyle manager, but it started as renting a friend, like for a couple of events, occasions. Sometimes those friends or rent a friend service would lead into a professional networker, someone who would come to you to the event, lead you and introduce you to proper people. Because some people, even with billionaires and millionaires, they feel shy. They stand in the corner. They don't know anyone.
So wait, you're telling me that a billionaire feels shy to get introduced to people? Is that a very frequent thing?
Yeah, very frequent thing, and you can see them. I mean, when you come to a networking event, those who actually made their lifestyle, and they can be different reasons why they feel shy. First, the English barrier. So they might be not from this part of the world. They don't speak English, maybe Russian, maybe Chinese, maybe others. So they don't feel comfortable talking. Secondly, it can be because they just simply don't know anyone, and no one knows that they are billionaires, because Dubai is filled with different billionaires
And millionaires.
and sometimes it's really difficult to guess what you're worth, because everyone comes with the luxury cars, luxury watches.
It can be surprising that most millionaires and billionaires don't dress the way that we think they dress.
True.
So they might be dressed very average, very casual.
Very simple. Zara.
They look very simple, down-to-earth people. And then you're like surprised that they're multi-billionaire people living in a luxurious mansion and everything. But they don't show that much.
Yeah.
I see that's very common with those billionaires. And the people that overdress, they're the biggest money spenders, and they're the most broke usually.
Yeah. I give you my example. When I was a lifeguard, my salary was 1,345 dirham. With accommodation provided, bus, back and forth, and we can...
1,000, how much?
1,345.
1,345 dirham. That was when? Which year?
2004.
Okay. Adjusted for inflation, how much would that be? Approximately 6,000 dirham, maybe?
5.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. But for me, back from Uzbekistan, it was $450.
Which was a lot?
My mom's salary was $60.
Oh.
My dad's salary was $80. So I was receiving triple of both of their equivalent, right? And they were managing to raise 2 kids. So when I was signing the contract for Jumeirah, I was like, wow, I'm going to make a fortune. And funny, when we just arrived, and on the first day, they gave us 200 dirham. So things like you can buy stuff. And then I converted it to $2. It was like 50 something dollars. And I was like, it's half of my dad's salary. And I was like, shit, I'm gonna buy a lot. So we went to Batuta Mall. The only thing I could afford that time, I bought slippers, not even Havaianas. I bought slippers and goggles.
Wow.
Well, I was hoping that I'm gonna buy a lot, but yeah, that's the first realization that whatever you're gonna make is gonna cover some stuff. But the reason why I said that about spenders, lifeguards would always have a new phone. Whatever the new phone comes, whether it's iPhone or Nokia, we would always spend whole money and even maybe borrow from someone to buy a phone just to have that piece of luxury. But it's true that billionaires, millionaires, they normally would not wear what you think they wear.
So coming back to your business, would you say from being a lifeguard to now you as Timour, this 2024 era, how much have you improved from since then in terms of financially, lifestyle, and everything?
It is a good question because sometimes we do have this evaluation process, right? So even today, when I face any difficulties, problems, financial, business-wise, I look back and I think, well, I mean, I have upgraded. Today, my debts can be 30 million versus 8 years ago it was 30,000 dirham, stuff like that. So you upgrade I think you upgrade in everything. So you upgrade your lifestyle, you upgrade your knowledge, first of all, you upgrade your mistakes. They are just bigger because you have bigger responsibilities. But I can tell you one thing, when I look back, and I think everyone should do that, you think about those problems when you were facing them, how you felt. You were like really worried inside. You was thinking, wow, that's the end of the world. And then you look at them now and you understand that that's comparing to, what is happening now around the globe, those things are nothing. So, and I believe now, whatever I'm going through now, thinking that, wow, it's a tough time, I know that in next 1 year, 2 years, maybe in 1 month, this will be nothing. So I have upgraded in lifestyle. I have upgraded my personal life. I have upgraded my knowledge. I have upgraded experience-wise. But I think that I still the same old Timour. I just went through all the problems I brought to myself. I fixed them. And I think I'm gonna do more, which I think that's how life is. So you do mistakes and you recover, you do more, that's what makes life unique,
And fun.
Yeah, and fun. Yeah, sure. Especially if it's in Dubai.
I feel when it comes to being an entrepreneur, it's like a challenging game that you're willing to accept and take the risk and see where it takes you.
Yeah.
That's what entrepreneurship sounds to me, exactly. Yeah. And those that succeed are the ones who are consistent, ambitious, and they're willing to take that risk.
I had 1,000 ways of closing businesses and closing things I do, and 1,000 ways of thinking, okay, where should I go now? Should I leave Dubai? I had an idea, of course, so I've been going through different countries. I went to Switzerland, and I was thinking, wow, that's where maybe I should be because it's so precise. If it's a room, I was even trying to find pluses in that thing. If it's a room, it's a room. If it's a towel, it's a towel in Dubai. If it's a room, it's a palace. If it's a towel, it's a duvet, But then I realized that back in Dubai, I'm Mr. Timour. And regardless what I wear, what I say, how I look, I'm Mr. Timour. Everyone is smiling. You've noticed it, right? So it is like an unwritten rule in UAE that you have to smile. When I was part of Jumeirah, I would always smile and greet the guests before they greet me. That was one of the guiding principles. So I thought it's just part of Jumeirah, like you walk around Jumeirah hotels, everyone is smiling. But then you go to malls and you see the same thing. It is so right to smile, to greet anyone. It's like I'm getting goosebumps explaining it, but when you enter an unknown building, you smile and automatically you get the smile. And I think that the whole country is like this. So it just, made me realize that where else? Where people are so grumpy, busy to what they do, and even here, so you can stop anyone. You can see literally like driving, and then you see the police car. A police guy would roll his sleeves, go outside and help someone to change the tire. Like where?
Where can you find that?
Yeah. When you attend an event and you have a minister of the government entity shaking your hand and standing next to you on the pictures, and it's not like it's a protocol or not protocol, but where else?
Where else other than Dubai, other than the UAE?
True.
For sure, we're blessed.
Yeah.
We're honestly blessed. And I feel the reason that you're staying here because you feel there's a type of security, there's a type of sense of home and belonging. Despite that you might be from another country, when you come to Dubai, you feel accepted more than anywhere else. That's for sure.
Safety and security, this would be the top thing when you make a list of things you like about UAE and Dubai. Security for your family, kids. Sometimes me and my wife, we discuss, like we look at the kids. Somebody rings the door, he runs outside, he opens the door, he's only 6. He comes outside, regardless who it is, delivery, laundry, he comes and hugs the person. And person, he also smiles back. And my wife looks at it and she said, like, look, we can't really take them to any other country. Where else they would be so safe? Because anywhere else they would open the door, you never know what's going to happen with respect to all other countries. But safety and security, my wife can be late at out
2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning.
Nobody will ever stop, nothing. So you walk outside, I walk every morning, 4 a.m. You're not worried that somebody is going to jump out, Not at all. And
even if you leave like your phone in a coffee place, you go to the bathroom, you're not going to be worried that it's going to be gone. And oh, where is it? I don't know.
Yeah, and so many times, I'm sure you're from here. You left your phone somewhere in the weather, then you come back next day, it's like...
still there. Yeah, we got it. I think it's in the back. Yeah, to get it for you. Yeah, there you go.
Imagine. Where else? So I think that's two major things which you can't find anywhere else.
Now, going back to your business, you started as a one-man person.
Yeah.
And then how many people are now under your team?
Okay, I'll put it this way. So Dubai office is around 32, 35 people. So we have office in Kazakhstan, we have office in Moscow, we have office in Düsseldorf, and we're setting up an office in Spain now.
Oh, wow.
But we're doing it all the way around. So back in my younger life, the period years where I was thinking that my ego was driving me, I was opening offices regardless of whether those offices are making money or not making money. So I was doing those mistakes. I wanted to be all over on the map. Now I don't want to be all over on the map, and those opportunities are coming by partners who see our ecosystem and they say, look, I have a business here in Düsseldorf, I have my company, but I would like to represent your company officially and I want to join the ecosystem. That's how the offices are opening up now. So we don't spend on setting up an offices. So we do spend on trainings, we do spend on other...
systemizing it and having that structure.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So we're helping those entrepreneurs back in their countries to join the ecosystem.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So would you say you started as a 3-figure, 2-figure person?
1,345.
Yes. Yeah. Would you say now, without saying the exact price, but would you say now you're more than a 6-figure person?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
How?
We have evaluated, me and my wife, we were going through, sometimes she says like, but I'll put it this way. And I believe every entrepreneur is like this, whether it's 6 or 7 figures. There are times where because your money should be working for you. So there are assets which worth millions and you own them. And sometimes you end up, recovering from one point to another point. Sometimes you don't have enough funds to start any new venture. So you say, no, I don't have enough funds. And they're like, no, come on. Or some people when they want to borrow and you evaluate things because you know that you have schools, you have commitments, you have salaries, there are the personal
bills to be paid.
Of course. Yes. So I don't throw money around anymore. I've learned it by heart by making mistakes that money has the tendency to finish. It can happen in one day, like we all face Corona. So you locked at the house and it affected a lot of businesses. We had an opportunity to go digital in some of the businesses. Some we had to shut down. I had to shut down, but as I say, I think Corona time was the best thing what could happen to me personally, in the sense that it just opened my eyes and to focus on other businesses. It gave me an opportunity to close businesses which were not making money. So today, replying to your questions, yes, it is 6-figure, but I'm a hustler still, I think.
So no matter how much you're earning, you keep going.
Oh yes, 100%. I believe that that's what makes an entrepreneur. Even though I do consider myself as an investor because I do invest my personal funds, my company funds. I understand investments, but I'm an entrepreneur with down to my core.
You've said that you've built a diverse portfolio under Enlightened Minds. How do you ensure that the quality of all those portfolio are at the same standard? When you're dealing here with your office in Dubai, and then you have an office in somewhere else, how do you ensure that it's the same structure and same system?
Thanks God, we live in 2024, the era of digital and optimization. So technology helps a lot. I personally believe no matter what business you do, if you don't add technology, you're not going to build a billion-dollar company. Technology can be in the sense of CRM, optimization processes, but technology should exist. So you can't say, well, I'm an old-fashioned, I don't do technology, I use fax machine for communication. We had a client like this, had factories in China, and the only way he communicated was fax machine.
Really?
Yeah, so nothing, no phone, nothing. So you would write him, even his son would write him a letter, put in the fax machine, he receives and replies. But I understand habits, but I believe that you can't avoid the development of the whole world. So what help us grow organically and make sure that, let me put it this way. Of course, mistakes are there. It's impossible to say, oh, we're just growing. No, we fail a lot. But to minimize the mistakes, we use technology, we use the processes. We have established processes for almost everything. The way we reply emails, the way we reply phones, the way we... And those are adaptable. Of course, we get individuals who comes on board and they say, look, this is how it used to be, but look, this is a new thing. First, I think you need to keep an open mind, because it's impossible that you know everything, and every standard requires the adaptation. And I think that's what actually helped us to maintain, to keep going, regardless of those crises we all faced, the whole world faced, 2008, 9, 2013, 14, the pandemic, because we were adaptable. It wasn't like, no, excuse me, this is our standards. I actually hate when I get the reply like this and people say, well, it's our procedure. Well, I think maybe it's a time, if it doesn't work with me as your client, maybe there are other thousands and millions of clients like me. I'm a regular guy, so it should be adaptable to a certain level.
Do you believe that with adopting those technologies and adopting those processes, once you're starting a business, you might not have this expertise of doing this? So would you say that you had the right team and the right people with expertise to advise you and shape the direction of the business?
This is you leading it right to a concept we have at Enlightened Minds. I truly believe that the only way to grow, the only way to for success is joining forces. So you have to partner up, you have to join, and you have to invite proper advisor. So we have advisory board. So as individuals with their own businesses, with their own expertise, who we invite to advise not only us, to companies we onboard, and those individuals, I mean, we would be blessed to have them as our advisors, but the companies who just enter, they won't even have access to them. They don't even know that they should go to this person. So this would be one of the benefits we offer businesses, our advisory board. In return to advisors we onboard, we would always give them full access to all of our events, to all the opportunities we onboard in any country. So anytime one of the advisors, whoever is on board, would also need an assistant from another advisor, we would always facilitate the deal. So, and that's how it works. So advisory is very important.
It's like you're building a community. You're building that network. So some of these advisors will gain the benefits of getting access to those businesses.
True.
And maybe through that businesses, they can add a value, add a service in return for whatever offer.
Financial benefits. Like, yes. We all want to make money. So just...
But as long as you're adding value. So you can make money as long as you're adding value, for sure.
You can't sustain, you can't give back to society until you fully sustain, right? So in order to sustain, you partner up, join forces, and give value.
How do you keep yourself updated with the latest trends?
With the latest trends?
Yes.
Well, I do read upcoming books. I normally do audio books because I walk in the morning, so I listen. I watch different TEDx and different, even series on Netflix. And there are a lot to pick up. And it's just if you know what to watch for, look for. I keep on communicating, attending different events. I believe I built our business or our events, and I think that's what I do for myself as well. It's three main verticals. It's learn, network, invest. So before you invest, whether it's time, money, regardless, it's all investment, or you invest yourself, you learn about the subject. So you learn any information you can find available, you learn. Then the other part is network. So then you network with individuals who have achieved, or maybe they're also the same like you are trying to learn. And then you invest again with your time, with your money, with yourself. So before getting involved, so you go through that. So learning is important. I didn't have proper education. When I joined university, I moved to
You
Dubai.
finished your college degree? Or?
No, I finished high school.
High school.
Yeah.
It's an interesting perspective that a lot of the successful people that I know, they didn't finish college. They just finished high school and they started immediately their business. They're very young
Yeah.
and very ambitious. They said, like, I trust myself that I can do this.
Yeah.
Did you have that confidence in the beginning?
I do 100%. I have that confidence in the beginning that I can do that. However, I also respect those who have graduated and got a degree. And I believe that it's all about what you want to achieve by entering university or school or additional programs. So if the achievement there, because we know as well that those who have graduated are also successful because sometimes they build things together, like people from Harvard would have this strong, because you attend those universities not for knowledge, honestly, but for the community you
For
get,
network.
for network, for
Like
sure.
most of the people that go, the bright minds,
Yeah.
they eventually go working for the top organizations.
Yeah.
And because they know some of their colleagues, some of those who were past schoolmates, they can make connection, build something powerful together, make a lot of money out of it.
That's why I believe there is bits on everything. So you need to get knowledge. It just even, so the knowledge you get in school and university, I don't think that you should think about it, I'm never going to use math or physics, right? It's just another way to look at the world. With that knowledge, you have just more options to look at different things. Without that knowledge, you are limited to certain knowledge. So you work towards that, right? That's my opinion. So I respect both. I just didn't get a chance because I joined university, then I found the job in Dubai, then I left, and then I was kicked out from university. Otherwise, if there was a chance to study online, we didn't get this in Uzbekistan, I would continue maybe. I just wanted to, but...
Interesting.
Yeah.
So would you still go to university if you have the choice now? Would you want to? Now that you have all the money, you have all the business and things to...
I still wanted maybe to experience that environment, being a student.
All right.
Because I missed a lot, like grade 9 in the school. I started to work at the nightclub. So my days in the school were like really sleepy and this, because I had training. I used to be a boxer. Then I had my afternoon, I had to come in the afternoon to clean the tables, because in the evening when everyone comes, they will complain like, why this guy is not coming in the evening. Then I go training, then I come back for my duty. And
So you were a boxer.
yeah.
I did the same thing as well in the United States.
Nice.
I was boxing against the U.S. Army, U.S. Navy. You know, if we had university, we could do that for sure. I mean, Uzbekistan, they're pretty much boxers.
You saw the Olympics, right?
They're very strong, very powerful hands. I think boxing does build a discipline on yourself, because you have to be very consistent. And you get punched in the face.
I was about to say.
You get punched in the face, but then you get back up, you know? It's not like you stop. And it's similar in business. You may get punched in the face multiple times, but you get back up and you continue going.
You build your character, and it did a box. I mean, every sport gives a discipline. Everything you do repeatedly. But in box, if you don't consist, you being punched. So you get right away the punishment. You missed one training. Next day you come with headache or something. you will be punched.
Yes.
Right? So
if you don't practice enough,
yeah.
you're going to get punched really
exactly.
good.
So that's the right way to punishment, right? So
now, I'm sure the audience listening right now, maybe they're aspiring entrepreneurs. What's the most important skill that you think that they should develop before even starting a business?
Well, I believe that first is patience, because it is hard. As we just said, you are going to be punched. There will be people who doesn't believe in what you do. And so you need really have patience and believe in yourself. We can develop those skills in different ways, but without patience, without, really trying to, because patience also required for you to achieve things, because you can start being very excited, get to a certain level, being very excited, then you fail, and then you think, and everyone around's telling you, no, this is not going to work, we told you. So without patience, you won't continue. You might jump into something else. And I had the same problem, patience. I wanted to, and patience, not having patience leads us to making mistakes. We think we fall for scam. The reason we fall for scam because of not having patience, because we think that the money comes easy. And if somebody is saying, look, you put 100, you'll make 1,000 tomorrow. Because you don't have patience and you want that 1,000, yes, you will fall for it. With patience, you will never fall for it, because you understand that you need to work towards your goals, and those things which comes easy, they also go. And I've experienced all of them. So I'm not saying this because I read about it. I've experienced it. I didn't have patience. Maybe even now I don't have patience, but I'm trying to develop it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What is that one key of advice that you would give to someone looking to scale their business? How do they know when they should scale that business?
And it happened to me as well. There was an opportunity for me to sell my concierge services, and my ego, again, I thought like, well, why would I sell now? And everything is so great. First, listen around, right? So the opportunities are always there. You need to listen. You need to see what are the trends. So you can't really carry on of doing things the way you do, even if the way you do they are successful. So look around. Things are changing in development. So if you want to scale up, so you look at those, because we all know that everything what has been done already. So whatever you want to do has been done already before. Majority of it written in the books. So there is knowledge is already there. So it's strange when you look at the company which scaled up and you don't repeat their strategy.
It's like you reinvent. Why you go reinvent the wheel?
Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Go follow their steps. It means that you're just avoiding the available knowledge which is for free, because all companies who went IPO, who went public, who scaled up, went through the same process. And those only so it means that you have to be patient and attentive. So you need to develop those skills. Pay attention to what is happening around.
And you mentioned the thing about joining forces.
Yes. Go to big companies. Yes. You go to advisors. You go to companies. Sometimes you can't afford to hire the ex-CEO of Google or big companies. Well, maybe there is something you can bring to the table as a valuable to them to get their advice.
And it's interesting enough that a lot of those big organizations that you think they're going to be as innovative or maybe more added value than what you have, you'll be surprised that when you go and offer their services, like, we need you.
Yeah.
We want to buy your service.
Yeah.
We want to buy your business. And instead of them trying to replicate your service, so just acquisition.
Yeah.
And there you go. You sold them $1 million business.
Well, because you've been building it and working on that solution for so many years, they might not spend that much time, but they have funding. And instead of them spending and trying to duplicate what you have developed in your year, so you go to them, offer them. That's how companies being acquired.
Do you think as your business, you should be the one pursuing the clients, or the clients should be coming to you?
Well, as the business, we are always, for us, we are client-oriented, right? So we look at what client demands. We believe...
But you go out there to pitch, or you wait for them to come to you based on what you've shown?
Okay, so now we are at the stage where we talk about the company. So we do both, but we don't knock on anybody's doors. We don't do cold calls. We don't walk around to clients, but we make sure that they see us, right? So I think that's the power of network and marketing.
So where did they see you?
So we attend and collaborate with all possible events there available in UAE. We make sure that Enlightened Minds is there in whatever way we can bring. So sometimes we just bring value, like we bring our expertise. We come and talk about what we do. We give knowledge for free. We want them to know that we are here, and that's when they come. So we don't chase clients, but we make sure that clients see us. So we would... for the past 2 years, we partner up with Dubai FinTech Summit because we do have something to offer, and then walk around and make sure that we're there. We develop our own events, right? So we develop events which are, say, market demands now. Like we have developed Game of Kings is the chess tournament for entrepreneurs. So we offer clients to come and play chess, connect, network, and they would always remember that they have found this new venture or new partner at the Game of Kings arranged by Enlightened Minds. So then we see the market trends now when blockchain and Web3 are developing. We're going to have, on 19 October, we're going to have Limitless DeFi as the blockchain event. So we arrange our own events to grow the community.
So you mentioned about blockchain.
Yeah.
You mentioned about smart services and systemizing everything, making it automated. But what about AI? How do you see AI going to change the world next?
Yeah. We have seen the huge impact of AI technology, and everyone is now using ChatGPT, but you would be surprised that maybe 8 out of 10 people I would talk, they never heard about ChatGPT.
Really?
Yeah. So we are adapting it so fast because we are there in business, so we know that it's there. So it's like, and you tell someone, why don't you use ChatGPT? And it's like, what? And then you start showing how it works, like, and it's 8 out of 10. I mean, I would take, of course...
What generation are they from? Are they the oldest generation you're talking?
All. I mean, sometimes the young generation I know, in the office, 2021, the guys who does all the video content, when I show them ChatGPT, they were like, wow, this thing's right. So you'll be, it's like, yeah, it's not only right. So we do adapt everything what is available there. We constantly search for new things. The tech guys, their main job and now KPI is to adapt, test, like buy a paid version to understand, even if it's a bit of waste. So you buy 11 Labs, ChatGPT, Midjourney, etc. So we adapt within the company, but we also develop. I believe in power of AI, and I believe that this is what you need to integrate within your business.
And I think that's what makes your business keep flourishing.
Yeah.
Because you have innovation, which keeps you from dying.
Yeah.
And you have research and development. So you basically have your own mini research and development.
Yeah.
Finding out, researching, seeing how we can develop it, testing it out. Yeah. And if it's successful, scale it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can tell you as another advice, if you are an entrepreneur or a business owner and your team as of today did not come to you and told you about ChatGPT and other platforms, there's something wrong with the team. Either they are afraid to be replaced, which they shouldn't, and they are wrong, because you still need people to work with ChatGPT. So someone is actually developing that data with ChatGPT collecting. So that data is being developing, and of course it's uploaded by people. So you always need humans. So the only positions which would exist in the different companies would be people who knows how to adapt AI platforms. Because you need people. You need people to do that.
Yes.
Right?
I don't think that AI will entirely replace everyone.
Yeah.
It will replace some jobs. Yeah. But those jobs being replaced, the people that used to work this, they now have to reskill.
Yeah.
They have to learn something
Prompt
new.
engineer.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Going into our last section. What's the best piece of personal advice that you've ever received from someone?
I would say that came from my dad. He passed 3 years ago. Today is actually 8, right? So today is 3 years exactly. My father passed away. So from him, I received advice. Funny enough, he never did business. He wasn't an entrepreneur, but he gave me an advice that you always keep your word. If you said something, you have to deliver. And I've been failing in that part. I can't say that I'm the person who always does that, and for whatever reasons. But I think that's the best advice I ever received, and that's the best advice I'm going to give to my son, that you need to keep your word. Life is different, adaptable, different situations, but that's it means that don't give your word. So if you're not sure 100%, don't say that, yes, I will do it. So only give your word when you know you're going to deliver, and then if you did, then deliver. So
that's what keeps people from standing out from other people.
Yeah,
for sure. Because a lot of people say a lot of things, but they don't fulfill it.
And unfortunately, we face it a lot, especially in business. But I believe that's, you rightly said, that's what makes you different.
If you could go back to your younger self, that lifeguard person who was doing the lifeguard and concierge, what advice would you give to that young person, the young Timur?
Oh, keep doing. Don't change anything in your life. Every mistakes I've ever done have just pushed me to another level. So I don't regret anything. I used to walk around and complain about a lot of stuff. And if I only did this, or if I could do this. So I would just tell the guy, don't listen to anyone. Keep doing and keep failing. Please repeat everything, because if I look at him and I know where I am, I want that young guy repeat everything, because I don't want to lose what I have now. So I want him to live exactly the same way he lived, so I be here today with you.
It's everything that you have done made you reach to where you are today.
Exactly.
Whether they're mistakes, failures, or success, they shaped you to more today.
Yes.
Wonderful. What legacy do you wish to leave behind as Timour?
As Timour, I gave also to my son, I gave the same name. So my
really, so I have Timour the second, Timour Junior,
Timour, but so I have Amir, Timour, Tamir. So I have 3 sons.
Oh wow!
So I have 13 years old, 6.5, and 1.5. So 3 boys, Amir, Timour, Tamir, and my legacy to them. And I think we all go through this. I mean, those questions. So what do I leave behind? Like what I want my kids, so I want to be remembered as a person who always kept his word, no matter what, and who could turn his life around, because I did a tremendous change and a tremendous work on myself. The way I changed from 2 years back till today. So I want this to be remembered as complete change, that somebody could actually do it. And then I like charity. I do, as I say, I would love to build maybe hostels, mosques. I want people to have better life. And of course, my big vision is to, when people say it's too cheesy that, the peace in the whole world, but there was one time peace around the globe. There wasn't any war, and that's the human nature, that we always fight, conquer, and but I do want, of course, the peace to kids and adults. They're not supposed to live the way they live. So all in all power, I just want to be remembered as a giver, and the only way to do that, I need to fully sustain and build an empire where I will give enough back.
In order to give, you have to have everything to give.
True. I don't want to stop midway. I don't want to start charity, help, and then struggle myself and ask for money. Give me money because I have a charity. Come on. And so I want to be self-sustained, so I open charity when I can.
My last question, where can listeners connect with you if they want to ever?
Well, I'm very active on Instagram.
Can you spell it out? What's your
it's Timur Invest.
T-I?
T-I, Tango India, Mother Uniform Romeo, Invest. So it's Timur Invest. That's my Instagram. And I have LinkedIn, where you can find Timur Kudratov. That's my LinkedIn. That on both platforms, I'm very active. I also have a team behind who constantly replies, but I'm always on the phone to reply myself. And if you Google Timur Kudratov, I think there will be a lot of different platforms where I come up.
And I just want to say to the audience right here for Enlightened Minds, if you're looking for the most exotic, unique ever task that you want to fulfill, whether it's having an elephant on an island or having, I don't know, a drawing of you as a Mona Lisa, I'm sure this guy can actually fulfill it.
True.
So thank you so much, Timour, for being part of the show.
It is an amazing show, and I wish you all the success and let it grow, and I'm happy to be part of it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.